this is a one-off. He did
Yeah.
this for watching paint dry, and what he does with watching paint dry is he does a one-off, and that will never be duplicated. What you bought is what, if you go to
Everybody else.
his Etsy
Yeah.
page and buy, that's what you will get. This
Yeah.
is a complete one of a kind, will never be made again.
It's pretty awesome. I still like mine though.
I can't wait. Did you buy the coffee?
Yes. I
Is
have
it
not
good?
tried it yet. I haven't
Okay.
tried it yet. It's sitting there waiting to be ground, and
I'm trying it in the
I've
morning.
got a pour over that I keep meaning to do, but my mornings have been not wanting to do something like that and just drinking regular drip coffee.
I am I'm gonna grind it up in the morning and
I have not
put
tried
it
it
in
yet.
the coffee
I haven't
maker
tried it
and
yet. It's sitting there
try it
waiting to
out
be
because
ground.
Riddle
and
says it's his go-to now. Riddle
I've
says
got a
that's
pour over
his
that I keep
favorite,
meaning to
and
do, but my mornings have.
he's a subscriber to Smuggler's Coffee, so he's tried just about everything. Um, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
So 2 people are watching. No, wait, 1.
How many subscribers do you have? Nice.
Tim, he also sent me some of his rebranded stickers.
Oh, cool.
Oh, huh.
Since he lost the 88.
Oh, yeah.
Why did he
Whoa.
lose? I'm not familiar with that story. Why did he lose the 88?
He was using 88 because it's his birthday more than anything. His birthday is the 8th month. But apparently
August 8th.
Yeah, that. Apparently white supremacists, this Nazi goons have adopted
Oh,
the
yeah.
88 as a movement symbol. That's they took the SS and made it an 88.
Acronym for H. Heil Hitler.
Yeah. And he has literally spent years defending himself over it, like trying to explain why he does it, why what it means, what it's for, and he finally he's gotten to the point in his business now and his partnerships that it was worth rebranding and taking a step back. Because I mean, like this thing here, I mean, this is officially partnered with Goodman Games. This is an official DCC product. So yeah, he has done a project with Goodman Games. He's got other stuff in the work. He has worked with Devin Rue, which he does the maps for Critical Role. He did that big project with her. He has things going on that are like pretty big, and it just got to the point where it was either go to the next step and change your name, or stick with the name and kind of stay where you're at in your careers. So he made the choice to rebrand.
No, that's fair. That makes sense.
He didn't want to. He hates it, but
yeah, that's like
Nazis ruin everything, just like in Indiana Jones.
That they do.
It's a good movie, by the way. I saw it yesterday.
It's a very good movie. I saw it Friday night, and I hope to go see it again because my daughter talked all the way through it.
Okay.
She can't not talk.
Okay.
Talking out loud, talking
about the movie. I mean, what?
Oh yeah, about the movie, but still talking.
Okay.
but
It
she
took
is
me
super excited. And I did learn something though. I've now watched all
Yeah.
5 movies with her,
Okay.
and I learned something. And
Okay.
it's very telling about all of us actually. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Everything that everybody hates. The gopher at the beginning.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones swinging, around on a whip when he's 75 years old. The aliens. Shia LaBeouf fencing with one leg on one Jeep and another leg on the other Jeep and getting
Right.
all of the stuff that everybody complains about in that movie.
Uh-huh.
She was cackling the entire way through, loved every single bit of it. And I thought to myself, if you had watched this movie when you were 13, you would have loved it too.
Huh.
I
The
enjoyed it.
problem
but
is
I-
you are old and cynical now, and you expect certain things from certain movies, and which I don't hate on Crystal Skull like most people do, but
Yeah.
I just noticed that literally everything that everybody talks about of that movie and how much they hate it,
Yeah.
that was her favorite parts of the entire movie, and it kind of and she picked up in in Temple of Doom, she picked up on the Willem scream thing, and noticed it in all 5 movies. She's noticed the Willem scream, which is cool. I didn't think she would notice it, but she did.
I need to go back and watch Temple of Doom. I haven't seen it in forever. I think I've seen Crystal Skull more recently than Temple of Doom.
I woke up, it was a month ago, I guess. I woke up on a Saturday morning and had the itch, and I watched, it was right after Disney Plus got them. And I watched all 4 back to back on a Saturday. And then in preparation for Friday night, like last Monday, Monica and I and Rosie watched Raiders and Temple of Doom. And then Wednesday, I think we watched Last Crusade. And then Friday, when I got home from work, we watched Crystal Skull, and then got dressed and went to the theater and watched Dial of Destiny. But yeah,
I
go to
loved
the theater and see Dial of Destiny. It was very, very good.
and
I'm not
I
going to
mean,
the theater.
and don't get me wrong, I love the whole movie, but I love the intro, the elongated intro with the
Yeah.
de-aged, because it's sort of a little mini adventure in and of itself that is relevant. It's that sets up the
Yeah,
rest
no
of the movie.
spoilers
So
is what he's saying.
yeah,
But yeah, it's very good, and the way they did that intro is awesome.
and I thought it was I'm sorry, Jeff. Hopefully, it's not a big spoiler if you've seen any of the
Harrison Ford's in it.
the regular previews and commercials and such. But yeah, it's the de-aging they did and stuff. The CGI, it's really well done. I thought it was like flawless.
Yeah, it's a step above, or maybe more than a step. It's a step above Princess Leia at the end of Rogue One, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I had as much, and I love Rogue One. That's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. But even her and even Tarkin in that, it's a little off the CGI work they did. But
You can tell they've advanced it. It was, and it and it helped that it was Harrison Ford doing the acting.
right, correct.
That was Harrison Ford.
Well, I knew
took his face.
and I knew that was probably coming when they showed us some behind the scenes footage with Harrison Ford, and he had the dots on his face, and I knew immediately. I was like, oh, they're doing some de-aging on this. That's what they're gonna do.
All right. Let me roll to see who's doing the recap. Dan.
Yay.
There's crap going on. I don't know. When did we even play last? I don't
It's
remember what
been it's been a minute.
I don't remember what I
Um,
did 5 minutes ago, much less what happened. Yeah.
you were fighting.
We are.
You made your way into the
Let me zoom out a
excavator
minute.
proper, and
Wait, what is that? Yeah, I really don't know what's happening. Yeah.
you made your way into this excavator proper, and you fought three more of those like small big cockroach robot looking things, and fought them off. And you came down this hallway to the west here, and there were paintings all over the walls. Um, Scrawled depictions of what appears to be a looming mountain adorned with strange spikes. And all of these illustrations, an immense demonic form is shown smashing the spiky mountain to rubble. Within the mountain, an even greater demonic shape bears the brunt of the devastation. And the form smashing the mountain is what you have seen in the monitors. So you assume somebody drew this and it's a depiction of Hellion. Now, this mountain with a greater being in it that is being destroyed, you don't know who that is. However, somebody did a DC, a knowledge local check, and you recognize the mountain depicted as Numeria's most notable feature, Silvermount. You recognize Hellion as the figure destroying Silvermount. The demonic figure shown to be trapped inside Silvermount is always depicted as being larger and much more ferocious than Hellion. Yet in the art, Hellion is clearly presented as the dominant and more powerful force. And there was mention of a Cassandali also in these paintings, who you've not heard of. Large robot chassis looking kind of like a. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like a big, oversized scorpion. And it is shooting these beams of light from its tail, and it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity because it is an appendage and not a weapon that he's having to swing. Much to Kevin's chagrin.
Does it sound fair?
I swear it's in the book. It straight says it in the book. The
How
fact that
convenient.
that is the reason it actually says in the book he uses that weapon more in combat than anything else because it doesn't provoke. That's the whole reason for it. But there was some discussion. There was some like he antagonized you. There was some name calling, some back and forth. Someone, let me see here. Someone mentioned Silvermount, and he got.
I think that was Dan.
He got very angry.
Yeah.
And
Because I
boasted.
pulled my notes.
He boasted that Silvermount is his rightful throne, that Unity is a parasite and mere collection of glitches and programming errors, that fancies itself the master of divinity, and Hellion shall soon rule Silvermount. Someone mentioned Cassandali, and he paused and said he demanded to know more about his quote unquote wayward sister. And he said, "You have been to Idenve. Does she still live?" And it didn't take him long to figure out that you didn't know what he was talking about. Idenve, of course, is a city, but you don't know who Cassandra is, or if she's alive, or what she is, or who she is. So you couldn't really give him any info. And then combat started in earnest. The last waltz, we'll say. And there's also a couple of scrapyard robots involved. One of them has been put down already.
Another has gone to the surface.
Oh yeah. Jonan used an ability to command this robot to
Go pick up trash.
To flee to the surface, and he ran off down the excavator tunnel, and you have not seen him again since. Grog at some point went Super Saiyan, and judging from the hit points I'm looking at, I'm thinking Grog was the last person to attack. Yeah, I think that's where we ended it. Is Grog did an attack, and I don't think there was any kind of a big cliffhanger. It just got late, and we decided to call it before we got too far. So, unless anybody has anything else, I don't recall. It looks like Haldren had called into being a donkey.
It was the embassy of your god.
Yeah, I think it was spiritual weapon.
Yeah, like a sword or something.
It looks like a donkey. I wouldn't have put a donkey in place of a sword.
You said that was the only thing you had, and you put a donkey. And you can't say that doesn't sound like you.
Okay, so if nobody else has anything any questions or anything before we get back into it, we will go to the next round of combat. Yeah, it's a spiritual ally, not spiritual weapon. You summoned a creature. Yeah, I mean it attacked. I mean you were doing attacks with it, but I just can't imagine I put a donkey out there for no reason. Because that's a donkey. That's straight up a donkey. You zoom all the way up on it, it's obviously a donkey.
His name was Don Quixote.
Oh,
I think that's correct. I think I think it was Jonathan that coined that name, but I also remember that being a thing in game. So there is that. All right. So round 4. confused. That doesn't seem right.
What part?
He is going to step up. What is the range on this bad boy?
Oh.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see. Grog Rattle Chains. He's going to step up right in front of Grog and fire his plasma beam at Grog Rattle Chains. That is, what in the heck? It rolled like 3 attacks.
Oops.
As long as they were all misses, we don't care.
And those count for his next 3 attacks.
Sounds reasonable.
Actually, none of them were misses. I think it's a special. Hold on, let me check. I think it's a special ability he has. I'm sure he takes some kind of penalty going forward for it, but I think he can do. Yeah, it is semi-automatic. So he just fired one first shot was a hit, second shot was a hit, third shot was a hit. And each one he rolled a ranged touch attack on. Yeah, they were all hits. So I'm just gonna click on this magic little button right here.
And those were 3 separate attacks.
No, well, that's the damage for the first one.
Well, I'm just saying because you have to take out 1 point of damage from each one because of my damage reduction.
Okay, so do you know if that added damage? Did that add 11 to you?
No.
I wasn't looking. Oh, I didn't drop it on him. I just okay. So I'll make that 27.
That time it did it.
Yeah, I dragged it up onto your token. But it is 36 instead of 37. And then do the last attack. And take another point away.
Jeez.
All right. So Grog just took 3 laser bolts to the face. And is pretty badly damaged, actually. But also, like this large robot, this chassis that this thing is in is like sparking. It is obviously very badly damaged as well. You kind of, you know, he's taken some pretty heavy damage. So Kevin, he moved like 5 feet and then attacked. Can he move again? Or is that's new Pathfinder?
Yeah, I mean, it depends if that ability that he uses is a standard action or a full round action.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
it-
it's his attack. It's just his attack action. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you can't move. You just use if it's a
Alright.
full round, then you could 5-foot step and then do your thing.
All right. So that's where we're at. Tim, you just watched your buddy Grog get blasted.
I'm pretty sure I was holding the Wand of Scorching Ray. I'm hoping that's the one that I was using because it was actually effective. That goes off. Oh, and I step over here just to make sure I have a good clear shot. I forgot to move my character. And so that is 4 of these bad boys. It is 19 points of damage, and it is a searing beam of fire.
All right. And that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Zagmander is locked in melee combat with this scrapyard robot. And I believe she was swinging a longsword. So she is going to swing a longsword at this bad boy. And hits. And she damages it, but it doesn't appear like it took all of it. And it is now its turn. So we're gonna say 1 and 2 is Zagmander, 3 and 4 is Haldren, 5 and 6 is Grog Rattlechains. 5 Grog Rattlechains. He is going to attack with a rotary saw and miss. Awesome. And take a 5-foot step away. Zon, it is your turn. Jonah, you're up next. That you don't get 5-foot step does not attack. It provoke.
And he moved into your threat. It's when you move out of your threatened range, not
Yeah.
into.
So, with Helion's chassis, Scott, you said that there's certain area it's damaged, it's sparking. Can I aim for that specific area, or am I just taking a shot, a random shot?
Yeah, I mean, you're just take. You're gonna like. You're not finding a. I don't. Kevin, is there some mechanic in Pathfinder for like finding a weak point like that?
There
Let me
might be
check
like class
tweak.
abilities, but I don't think there's any
Yeah.
type of
Oh
cold
my
shot or
goodness.
anything that you could
I
do.
don't-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just attack, just a normal attack.
All right. Regular longbow. We'll see what happens here.
You have that robot
Okay.
killer arrow, right?
I don't know if it's a robot killer arrow, but yeah, I got a special arrow. Yeah, I'm not using it right now, but let's see what this does. Is that a hit or no?
That is a hit.
All right. Let's see what we do here. Ah,
And the arrow bounces off of his
oh,
shell.
lovely. Lovely. I'm going to take a few steps back, if I may.
All right, Jonah and Haldren, you're up next.
Scott, can you remember if I was able to cast Destroy Robot. I remember we talked about it some ways.
Where's that arrow?
Because it just does damage. It doesn't necessarily destroy, but it does a good bit of damage. Can you recall if I did something like that?
Um, where's that? May be why he is so damaged.
Okay.
I was assuming it was Grog just messed him up, and I got aggravated and stopped the session because he's pretty
Yeah.
he's damaged enough that I don't know that I would have stopped if I'd noticed how bad he was.
Yeah.
So it may have. I mean,
I think I did use it. I think I convinced you to let it go through.
yeah. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. I can't think of a reason.
I think you were just thinking that it was destroy robot outright, not just a damage roll.
Yeah.
I think that was the hesitation on it. So I'll say that I've used that for the day then.
Well, I think you used it before this fight, and then you used your class ability to transform like charges
Correct.
from a tech weapon into it again. And I think
Correct.
that's what you did last time.
I think that's what I did as well. All right, Jonan is going to fire his pistol at the chassis just to get things going. And this is a robot, correct?
Yeah, it is. And he's talking to you from it. Like from what you've like your only experience with Helgen has been a face on this screen. Looks like this.
Oh.
So, and this, he's talking to you from this body. But what he's in is a mechanical device. Yes, it is moving around. It is a robot, but it's not sentient. He is controlling it. It's like his. It's. I mean, it's a chassis, is what it is. It's like he's driving a car.
All right. Well,
But is he
Jonan
driving a car like Sheldon with his little iPad, or like he's not really there?
Jonan is going to fire his weapon at him. Let me get it.
That is a hit.
All right. Nice. Woohoo.
And again, it seems to, like, the bolt flies through the air and seems to just glance off of its armor. But speaking of what you were talking about, I didn't want to interrupt, but I follow Carrie Bryan from Mythbusters, or Byron, Carrie Byron. She posted a video the other night. She took a cab. She was at some kind of a ceremony or an award show or something, and she took a cab home that was driverless. Like, she was sitting in the back seat, and she turned her phone around, and there was nobody in the driver's seat, and the steering wheel was just doing this. And she was just giggling like it was hilarious, like it was the best thing ever, and it terrified me. Like, I can't even imagine getting in that thing. But she said in the post that somebody stepped in front of it trying to test it, and it stopped. Like, it came to a stop and didn't hit the guy. So I don't know. Cool. Who knows? But it was terrifying. She was sitting in the thing by herself, riding down the road. Like, there was nobody else in the car with her. It was just her. Terrifying. Okay, that will make it Haldren's turn. Grog, you will be up next. You are currently targeted on the robot, the scrapyard robot. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, well, I mean, if it doesn't have a little D20 down at the bottom, it doesn't have a die roll built into it. Your uh your base attack bonus is uh it is +5
Yeah, +5.
on combat on the combat tab of your character sheet down at the bottom where it says melee, ranged, and CMB. There at the top it says base attack bonus. Yep. Yeah, use the modifier button down there and make it a +5 and then roll a D20 and I will tell you if it is a hit or not. That is a hit. Yeah, so make it plus yeah. Okay.
I think I could use some healing.
Heal for 16, and yeah, it applied it to him. So yeah, that worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Closing us out. Grog rattle chains.
All right. 5 foot step back. Going to use power attack as usual. Come on. 2.
That hits.
Oh, thing. For 30 points of damage.
Grog, 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 grog.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to use my Destined Strike ability, which gives me a +3 on this attack.
Actually, your second attack, I need you to roll a reflex save, and I'm gonna need that from everybody because Grog swings down on this chassis. And what were you swinging? A great sword?
Great sword, yeah.
Yeah, Grog swings his great sword down and it splits apart and starts sparking and explodes.
All right. Good thing I healed with my.
I need everybody to roll a reflex save because you're all in range.
Oh, it's my best save, and I roll terrible.
And I'm even going to give one to Zagmander here.
Why did you roll 2 for me? I guess take my first one.
Okay, so what I'm looking for.
My first one +4 is what it should be. Or +8 total.
You also have to roll for the robot too. Let's see, he's right there.
Yeah, it's gonna die anyway. Well, I don't know. It's not that far off. Let me roll for it. Well, it's got a 0. Well, I was just going to consider it like it's toast. I rolled for her. It's just hidden because I rolled it. Tim Haldren fail. Zahn pass.
Woo.
Jonan failed.
Even with a 17?
Grog passed. It added the +4 to it.
But it should be +8, and I rolled it twice for some reason.
Okay.
So it should be a D20 +8.
Yeah, 17 passes. Yeah, you're
nice.
good. Well, you're taking half, so I don't know.
I'd rather take half than whole.
Okay, so Tim Haldren take half. Zahn and Jonan take, or no, Tim and Haldren take full. Zahn and Jonan take half. Grog takes half. Zagmander takes half. The robot takes half. Well, we're about to find out. Let me see here. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I know there's some way to make it multiply dice, but I don't know what. Oh, there it is. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, come on. All right, Tim's taking full. So He is now at 35 hit points.
Ooh.
Let's just do it this way. Zagmander is there. Robot is there. So the robot is not shut down. Zahn took half.
Ow.
Somehow Zahn has come out of this rather unscathed. Jonan takes damage. Cauldron. And Grog. Is now at 40 wounds. But yeah, the Grog brings his great sword down on this chassis, and just like he buries his sword in it, and it, like the whole shell of it splits apart, and then it explodes, and just debris, machinery, parts, just everything just scatters. And you all, take the brunt of this explosion and take this damage. That was 8d4, and I rolled 3 1s.
Ooh.
Yay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled 4 4s though, but I rolled 3 1s and a 3. Could have been so much worse. Let me make sure that's right. D4 doesn't seem right. I was looking at it when I did it, but it doesn't seem right that would be a D4. I mean, even 8d4 doesn't sound right. Nope, 8d4. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, because I think like Burning Hands is like a D4 or something like that too. So it's kind of strange, but they do that sometimes.
So you still have this lone dude here next to you. Well, I guess Grog. Well, I'm gonna say with the explosion and everything, you didn't get to like you're standing right next to the thing and it explodes, so that ends your turn.
Well,
right?
I couldn't attack it anyway because I took a 5-foot step to back,
Okay.
and he's within.
That makes it
range.
Tim's turn.
Timotei pops a potion off of his belt. Nah, he fires a scorching ray at dude. That's what he does.
Nice.
Because he's tired of these stupid robots. Oh, click on the right thing.
Did you say robots?
Sure. Ooh, too bad you can't.
There you go.
Almost crit. So that is was it 4d6? It's 14 points of damage of the oh, got it here. What was it? Not you. Yeah, the searing beam of fire. Can I still pop a potion after doing that, Kevin? Would that be an action and then a standard action?
That would be 2 standard actions, which
Yeah,
that's what I was afraid of. but I'm moving as I'm grabbing them.
Yep, this one doesn't explode like the big boy does, but you do. He falls apart at your feet, or at Haldren's
Moldering
feet,
pile of
and
people.
you are out of combat.
Woohoo!
Then I pop a potion.
And that's what I was saying. I mean, what was that, like 1 round, 1.5 rounds, maybe?
Yeah.
We could have fit. Well, of course, there's still story to happen. Still have decisions to make, but maybe that's what I was thinking. I wanted to save some combat, and that way we'd have something going to start the episode off. But yeah, what do you guys do?
I am healing.
What a hero.
I'm going to sit here for a couple of minutes to catch my breath.
Ah, 9. That's
So
better.
just like in real life?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking, same thing. Zon's gonna sit down a moment and
I am.
Man, are we done yet? Can we go
Well,
back?
Zagmander walks over and says, I have fulfilled my obligation. I did what I told you I would do. I'm going back to my plane.
Bye. Thanks for all the help.
Haldren removed the curse from her. So she's ready to plane walk and get out of here after centuries of being trapped on Golarion. And for the last long time, she's been kind of trapped by Hellion. So she is ready to leave, make her exit if no one has any complaints.
Nope.
She's gonna straight up do the Doctor Strange thing. A portal opens and she steps through it and then snaps her fingers and it collapses shut before any of you can. It didn't look like a place any of you would want to go. So she winks out of existence and is gone. She thanks you for removing the curse and for dealing with Hellion. And so yeah, you guys start doing some healing. And I mean, Haldren could do a channel get everybody.
He was too slow.
I think you all came. I think you rested before coming in here, so you should pretty much be up to. You should have all of your channels. So. That puts Tim at full.
That gets, I'm only 3 down at that point.
Jonan is full. Haldren is full. Grog got to 40 from the explosion.
I blowed up.
But he is now at 25.
I can throw some couple of wandings at him.
All right.
That's so nice. Why is everybody at full but me?
Do you wanna hit off the wand?
I'm only 3 down. sure. I'll take it. Wait. What?
How are you doing 3d6 on a wand?
I understood that.
No, it's 1d8 plus 1. For a cure light wounds? It's a caster level 1. But it's the caster level of the wand.
Yeah, not your caster level, the wand's caster level.
What's that? What happened?
I'm sure it'll be okay.
I mean, we're out of combat. It does like you're just burning spells at this point. I mean, we're
well, even if you figure 5 at a time, just kind of a middle average, you're just looking at 6 or what, 8 for that charges.
I'm really, really not concerned about it. We're this is the end. If that helps you sleep at night, that's fine. But it really is not important. Because you could just as easily you can either rest right here and do that, or you can go back up to the top and rest. We're at the end. But
is there anything remaining of the robot?
There's all kinds of debris, like little small pieces and chunks.
Anything that looks worthwhile or important or glowing a different color?
Well, no, nothing glowing, but you also don't see any physical, like a body of any kind.
Of course not. Or is he?
I mean, if anybody has, what is it? Technology, is that the thing?
I have knowledge engineering.
Oops. Yeah. Well, technologist.
Technologist gives you degrees in engineering.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be knowledge engineering.
Well, I can't beat that.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, there's no like physical body inside this thing, but like controlling, he was in it. He was talking to you from this thing.
Would Jonan be able to put 2 and 2 together and know that? I'm trying to think of a way to say this in Jonan's words. That we defeated what he was in, but he is elsewhere?
With a 30 knowledge engineering, I'm going to say you would put it together that you defeated him. He was in it.
Okay.
What does that tell you?
That he was not a physical body. He was not a human intelligence.
His ones and zeros did not leak anywhere else.
Does anybody have anything like what are you thinking? I don't want to just hand it to you. I don't want to just tell you what's going on. I want you to figure it out, but I can't just like spoon feed it to you either. So,
Well, I assume that he's an AI, and that was the place in which his AI resided, and he could control the various things in the excavator.
mm-mm. Well, I mean, there's the stuff that controls the excavator, but there's no power going to it because the power that was coming from Torch is what was powering the excavator. You guys shut that down. So that's been the problem all along is he couldn't figure out how to get his excavator running again. And Jonan is correct. Hellion was an AI. He was manifested inside the excavator, the operating systems of the excavator. But he, when it was obvious that you guys were coming into his this area, like the final boss fight, we'll say, he put himself into the chassis. The purpose of the chassis is for him to get away if he can. Like he could have burrowed and scurried away and just gone up into scrap wall, leveled it, and lived to fight another day. But with your attacks, you took him down so far, he didn't really have that opportunity. But Hellion was an AI. And that should tell you some things about some of these other things you discovered in this room. He referred to Cassandra as his sister. He said a bunch of things that are pretty important. And now knowing that it was a AI, not even a physical creature, like this thing you've been seeing on all the screens, the reason he could pop in and out of the screens and cast spells through the screens is he was an AI. He was never a physical being. Now,
magic.
Now, Silvermount and Unity, you don't know who that is. You don't know who Cassandra is. You know Cassandra is in Identive, but that's about the extent of your knowledge of what went on here. But you put together that this creature was an AI. This huge scorpion robot was, when you destroyed it, you destroyed Hellion because he had put himself into it so that if he needed to escape, he could. You guys have slowly been damaging him this entire time. Like every time you've gone the next step in this through this dungeon, it is progressively done damage to him. And of course his reputation as the leader of the Lords of Rust. And so now this creature Zagmander that he had in his back pocket as a deity that was being worshipped, now she's gone. Hellion's gone. If there are any Lords of Rust left, they're gonna scramble.
Time to open the Church of Grog.
Power vacuum.
I mean, it is a conversation that needs to be had. What are you going to do when you go back to the surface? Are you going to just leave it to them and whoever's left standing? Because you've got all these the Smilers, you've got the Rat Folk, you've got all these factions that are have all been going at each other for control, but they've all been afraid of the Lords of Rust. Now you've taken out the Lords of Rust, so there's going to be a vacuum there. So who's going to be in control? Do you want to put yourselves in control? Do you want to appoint somebody as being in control, or do you just want to get out of Dodge, go back to Torch, and let them figure it out on their own? And the what's her name in the temple? Do you want to take her? Are you going to offer to escort her to Torch? Because if you remember, she had been exiled. I don't know if you remember, it's been a minute. So she had been exiled, and she's been exiled from Torch for years. And she told you she was friends with Joran Kite in Torch, and would love to go back to her home, and now she can.
And I'm down with let's escort her back home.
But that remains that leaves the question though, like, what are your plans? What are you going to do? Like, Red Tooth is ready with the explosives. Like, if you guys come out running, something's chasing you out that ramp, she's going to blow the arena.
So I say we have Red Tooth destroy the arena, and then we can put Red Tooth and the woman
Hawks,
that helped us, like, when we first got here.
The Hawk, or the at the gate.
What's her name?
Oh yeah, that first group.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not any more Smilers, but the first group, yeah, I'd say we just turn it over to them. The two factions, they seem nice.
Sephiroth
Slain.
Yeah, Slade. Sephiroth Slade, the leader of
the Steelhawks.
The Steelhawks, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That a Smiler, Hellion had put a Smiler in control of the Steelhawks, and you killed him and gave her control back of the Steelhawks. That Smiler was bird food. You took him out. You took him out, and she was able to take back control of the Steelhawks. So you've got her. You've got Denvaya is the priestess of Bry. Apparently, after all this time, I was looking in this book this evening, getting ready to doing some like last minute prep, and it actually says Brigh, and then in parentheses it says Bry. So I'm assuming the pronunciation is
not
Bry.
a cheese.
It is not Brie. It is Bry. So you've got Red Tooth, and yeah, pretty much the Steelhawks and the Rats are all that's left. Any remnant of the Smilers have gone into hiding, and now, of course, any Lords of Rust are also going to be on the run. They're not going to stick around, if there are any even left. Because your Scrapworth, your reputation, as you've gone through Scrapwall, that has also been hurting the Lords of Rust. They have had desertions because they knew you were coming. They've slowly had people sneaking off and running into the night. That's why when you got down here, there weren't that many people. Like, you had some pretty big fights, but the reason there was, like, if you'd come straight down here from the beginning, there would have been a lot more Lords of Rust down here. Like, there's a mechanic written into the book where you went through all of that stuff to build up your reputation in the city, and that was taking opponents out of this end game.
Ooh.
That was the whole point of all of that. So you can, I mean, maybe you can broker a peace between the Steelhawks and the Rats and let them run Scrapwall. They both seem to want, you know, the best for Scrapwall. It's not like either one of them wanted to, like, take control and run it, run everybody like Hellion was doing. They pretty much just wanted to handle their business and have it safe for their people. So
I feel as if humans could run a city better than rats. So,
I mean, you say that, but you also know from your like your conversations and everything, you know that Red Tooth has been in Scrapwall for decades. Like she has been the leader of the Rats and running things in Scrapwall for years and years and years and years.
And who would know
the only reason she's kind of taken a back seat is because the Lords of Rust were so, like, they came in so strong that she pulled back, so that the Rats wouldn't be destroyed altogether. But she's been here for forever.
Yeah, Zahn is inclined, kind of I think the elf side of him, to give it over to the Rats.
And I mean, you don't have to make that. It's not even up to you, really. I mean, they respect you. You've got this reputation in town now, so they will listen to your opinion. But once you leave, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. So it's really not. But you can make your thoughts known. But you know, it would probably be for the best if the two of them work together to lead the city as a whole, instead of one group being in charge of everything.
And in case we needed to come back, it would be good to have allies.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you're going to have allies, yeah, and also, like, if you give the Steelhawks control, the Rats are going to be a little upset, and if you give the Rats full control, the Steelhawks are going to be upset. So yeah, you're going to antagonize somebody. That's also a thing.
So, is there anything left in this room immediately?
No, just the debris of the chassis and the two robots. And I mean, like, Jonah, you were investigating. Like, you don't see anything useful that, like, you could take and build something out of. But this is also way beyond anything you've ever seen.
Do we have a hint with the surrounding walls of what they're trying to get to? What the point of the excavator is?
Let me see. Oh. Give me another knowledge engineering check.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll do it the fun way.
$35.
It's possible that he wasn't trying to use the excavator to get somewhere, but if he powered it up and got it running, he could put himself into it instead of this Scorpion chassis.
Gotcha.
and he said he was going to take Silvermount.
Yeah.
That was his rightful throne. So you would
Hmm.
assume that was his plan, was to power up this excavator and attack this Unity person, creature, at Silvermount. And the rednecks have started firing off the fireworks.
Hmm. Well, Jonan is satisfied with what he has learned.
And that was why it was such a big deal that you guys, of course, Jonan wasn't involved in that, but at the end of book 1, you shut off the power that was being transmitted to Scrapwall. That is why he sent Mayonda to Torch to leech the power from the Torch, is to power this thing up enough that it could insert himself into it and use this as his chassis. Actually, I have a picture if you want a full on what the thing fully looks like. Where is it? Reference manual, maybe. Oh no, it's in images. Yeah, here we go. So that is like if the thing was free of the underneath of Scrapwall, if it was completely free and was able to burrow its way out, that would be, instead of a Scorpion robot chassis, that would be Hellion.
Cool.
We could have taken it.
Hey, it could be our new hot rod. Let's fire it up. Between me and Jonathan, we should be able to figure out how to drive it.
So
That's
what
kind of what I'm wondering now. Can I have it?
Well, it doesn't have any power.
Well, Jonan has made note of where this thing is.
But we know where the power for it.
Yeah, we're going back to Torch.
You destroyed the thing that was transmitting the power, though.
I didn't destroy it.
Jonan's got people that can figure it out.
Let's lose that guy. So what is the plan? What do you want to do?
Can we retrace our steps and slowly walk our way out?
Yep.
Zahn and I are going to go open up a bar in Cabo Wabo and invite his female friend to.
Oh, yeah, I'm down for that.
Help
Yeah,
bartend.
the other half. How often do you meet another half elf female? Yeah, or half elf anybody. With that said, I was curious. Yeah, where this is this the way we came?
Yes.
Yeah, to the west.
I enjoyed the dynamic lighting very much.
Actually, it is neat. Yeah.
Appreciate all the effort on that.
Go to take your token to the west, all the way over to the west where you fought those dark jokers. I don't think I did all of the screens out here, Jeff. Does that screen seem to be flickering to you? Yeah. See that red screen right there in front of you on the right? I may not have saved it.
I see nothing at this point.
See just me on a black grid.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I see.
Yeah, because you guys don't have I did notice this a while ago. Where was that?
I don't see anybody else. I don't see maps. I see me. I see Zahn on a black grid.
Maybe it was in the characters. Oh no, it was in settings. Token lights.
In fact, this may be the most frightened I've ever been because that's all I can see is Zahn on a black grid.
Welcome to the void.
Well, I can't. Yeah. Well, yeah. The reason they can see is because they have dark vision and you don't. I'm just gonna turn it off. Yeah. Yeah, I actually put the columns in so your vision would be obstructed by them. Here we go. Lighting.
Oop, I see other people.
I don't wait. I see a gray blob. What do I see?
Same here.
Oh wait. There we go. Timothée, I saw you. Tim, can you see me? Because I'm standing.
Yeah, it did turn it off like I thought it would.
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
Can you see me? Yeah, I see him. You see me?
I can see you, yes.
Anyway, none of this matters. I just wanted, there's a thing you can do, there's an effect you can do, I found with the screens. I was going to have the screens be flickering, like a TV that isn't showing anything at the moment, but I must not have saved it, so there's no point in continuing with the ambient lighting. But yeah, you guys make your way back up. You retrace your steps and go through, back all the fights that you've had over the last. After resting, you took a long rest down there so you could free Zagmander. So yeah, you've been down here for a couple of days.
Hey Zahn, remember that time when you went into that door and you shouldn't have?
Yes, I remember the time. Thank you for
made a bad situation worse.
But you make your way back up into the arena, and you step out on the platform, and you see Redtooth and several of her people scurrying about the arena. and she looks up as if expecting, like, do I need to blow it? Are you on the run? Are we safe? What is the deal?
And she sees us walk out, not a scratch on us.
Yeah. We're like,
we are 100% perfect walking out, hair blowing in the wind. I mean, it's a very big moment as we
Well,
come
you were
walking
gone
out
for
and
2 days, so she assumed you were dead. So, um,
yeah, it's like
there's not a
one of those.
there's not a ding on the fender, not a scratch. We're 100% good.
one
so
of
I'm
those slow
assuming
motion-
somebody gives her a thumbs up and tells her that the one is chasing you. And you make your way down the steps and walk through the center of the arena. And I think you said you were going to tell her to blow the arena anyway.
Wait, what? Oh, maybe.
I thought I
Yeah,
heard Kevin say that.
Yep. We don't want this this monument to
No.
Hellion and his forces to stand.
Correct.
We want
But just
scrap
don't
all
blow
to
it
take
while-
be taken back by the people. No, you have to be standing inside of it.
Yeah, don't blow it while we're standing in it. Yeah.
Well, you guys are walking through the center of the arena, and Grog looks at Red Tooth and does this, and she drops the plunger, and as you guys are walking towards the camera, the entire back behind you just like implodes, and all the structure seems to fall in on itself, and just stuff goes everywhere. I need everybody to give me a reflex. No, I'm joking.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Cool guys walk away from explosions. Exactly right. And yeah, so you guys exit the arena, and Red Tooth and her rats. You even see the Steelhawks kind of start coming around. What do you do? What's the plan? I mean, of course, they want to know. They want to know everything. Of course, they want to know what happened and why you were gone for so long, and what the whole. They want the whole story.
We give them a detailed oration of
Yeah, we
the
could-
events that have transpired.
We can have everyone meet at the. We could have everyone meet at Clockwork Chapel, all the Red Tooth and all the important people, and then we can regale them with our tale of heroics.
That is a good idea.
I stop by the pub and get a couple of bottles, and yeah, I say that's what we do.
I'm going with Timothea then. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys lead everybody to the Clockwork Chapel and regale them with the tales of your adventure. And
Don and I start all the way back. It all started sitting at a table in a pub,
Right.
looking at a flyer, and this really big guy come walking by and
watching a curling team. Yeah.
Yeah. And we give the whole story under the hill all the way through.
And tell them because of your bravery, it helped us, right, to save Scrapwall.
We couldn't have done it without you, rats and Steelhawks. And by the time we get done telling the story, we've gone through all of the bottles and we haven't shared.
Meaning, Tim,
You,
right?
Yeah.
You offered Dimvia an escort back to Torch if she would like it, and
If she wants to go. Yep.
she says that she would like to keep the Clockwork Chapel here in Scrapwall open and make trips back and forth, but she will accompany you to Torch to let Joran Kite know to see him again after all these years, and to tell the people of Torch of your exploits and the things that have transpired here in Scrapwall. And
I
yeah,
make
I
sure
would
to tell her
assume,
that I think that's a noble effort, and a tear runs down my eye.
and everybody gets a night's rest. So you're not gonna put any kind of say into who's in charge of Scrapwall. You're gonna let them kind of suss it
Let
out
them figure
themselves.
it out.
Well, I mean, we might make a suggestion that they share the load, but I mean, it's their city. We just saved it.
Yeah. All right, and you guys, the next day, you guys get some rations and collect Dimvaya and make your way out of the city back down to the river and get back on to, what was the name of the boat?
The
Furnish Devil.
Enterprise.
Oh wait, no, that's the other one.
Yeah.
The Black Pearl.
It actually doesn't give a name. I'm sure I made something very witty up in the moment.
Mud
That
skipper.
was
sounds
like
right.
a year and a half ago, so I can't recall what it was.
I have it in my notes probably, but I'm not looking.
But the boat has arrived and is waiting for you. You get back on the boat and make the trip back up river, back up to Torch. Now I will say this. I know what this says is your reward from the council members of Torch, but it seemed like you morons negotiated for something extra, and I don't recall what that is. And if none of you recall what that is, we're just going to go with what's in here, because I have no clue. But it seemed like you guys tried to haggle and try to get something more out of them. But I know what this says your reward is.
Well, seeing as we have
for something.
Haldren and we had
I don't know.
I forgot his name now. John's character. I don't deny. I don't doubt that they tried to get more out of him, especially John.
Yeah, I don't have anything in my notes.
This was
What?
Was this pre them or? I know part of it was getting the hammer or something, but
now we'll say that. Oh yeah, you wanted what's her name's hammer?
Yeah, the council members.
And just to put things into a little perspective, according to my notes, we got on the boat to come here in December of 2021.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Wait,
Literally year and a half. I said year and a half.
jeez. What was John's character's name? I don't recall. I'm trying to remember.
Hold on. It is. I'd have to go into my. Thought I had it here. Hold on.
Yeah, he was all armored up and wore a mask because he didn't want any of you to know that he was a half orc. Because John's an idiot.
Crom.
Crom.
That's right. Yep.
And he had a wolf.
Yeah, the wolf was cool.
I remember when y'all were down in that inside the thing underneath Black Mountain, and there was a cool set of armor. And he was like, I'm going to change into this armor. I'll take this armor. And I was like, okay. Are you right there in front of everybody? because he was such like a key point of his character was that nobody would know that he was a half orc. He didn't want anybody to know. It was a big secret. Shh. Don't you tell anybody. It was this big, huge secret, and I'd never understood it. I was like, but he was like his character was embarrassed that he was a half orc, and he didn't want any of you to know. But he was going to strip down nude and put on another set of armor while all of you were standing around. But what this says is you get 8,000 gold pieces, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Each or total?
Total. Hey, let's come on now.
I got stuff to buy.
And I want to say somebody wanted her hammer, and she was willing to give that up. And I'm going to have to figure out what that hammer was. But I'm going to jump into the party sheet here and go to the inventory. Well, where's it at? There we go. And I'm going to click on gold pieces, and I'm going to add an 8 and 1. 8,000 gold pieces. And I will distribute that to the group. Boom. You each get 1,600 gold.
Nice. That'd be a good down payment.
Nice. Now I have 5,000 gold pieces.
And just for funsies, let me see if I can figure out, because when we come back to this, I'm 100% sure I will forget. Is book 1 laying around here? No, it's over there in the bookshelf. Let's go with modules. Fires of Creation. NPCs. I don't remember her name.
Are you talking about the?
I remember she was a dwarf, the woman that ran the council.
Greta something or another. Hold on.
Greta?
Freda. Dolga. Dolga. Yeah. Dolgga. Fredert. Dolga Fredert. And it was a +1 adamantine warhammer.
Oh.
I took better notes back then. I didn't date them though, so. But these go back to 2019.
Yeah, this was going back a long time.
August of 2019.
I mean, this is pre like Random Encounters Guild. This was just us getting together and playing.
Just a bunch of goobs.
Yeah. It's not listed in the thing. Or well, here's a. I know here it is +1. Well, that's a light hammer. But surely that's it. It's not a flame.